the Korean Zombie versus Alexander Volkanovski. I feel like this is gonna be the best fight. Like, I think it's gonna be better than the Max fights, to be honest with you. Just my prediction of how it's gonna play out. What do you see in this matchup? Just as someone, just step yourself away from being his training partner and just look at this fight.
I think it's hard because a lot of people remember Zombie off his Ortega fight. But then you have to look at what he was doing before that and what he did after that to Ige. Like, the way he fought Ige versus Ortega he was a polar different fighter sort of thing. The way he's mixing his level changes, he was always dangerous with the overhand hook counters. He's sharp, he's fit sort of thing. And then you got Volko, who just seems to be able to solve every puzzle that gets put in front of him sort of thing. So I think as a fan, not even as a team or everything, I think we can all just expect like a crazy high level, high pace MMA fight. And Zombie was obviously the best guy for this. Like, we saw Giga obviously talking some smack about how he should jump up. We've seen what happened to him. Like, Zombie's the only guy in the top 5 coming off a win that's actually able to fight. So it's a fight that makes sense. It's good to see Zombie to actually get a shot at the belt. Like, I think he's 34 or something like that. He's sort of towards the later half of his career. So it's great to see him get this opportunity. He's a fan favorite. He's been around for ages. He's a legend of the sport sort of thing. And it's good. It's going to be a good fight against Volk. It's a good stylistic matchup for both of them. And I think, like you said, it's going to be pretty much like 25 minutes of a fantastic fight.
And there's the aspect of the Zombie probably retiring if he loses this fight. So it's pretty much all or nothing for him. You know, I mean, it's different, I think, when a fighter's entering a title fight with the all or nothing attitude, don't you believe?
Oh, 100%. They know every single session, say if they've got for 8-week camp, they know this is the last push they're ever going to get, the last shot. Like, all their years of opportunity, working hard, fights, the ups and downs, it all focuses into this fight. So that last camp, you can expect sort of like the best push, like almost like another peak sort of thing, even in the older age. Like, you're going to expect Zombie to pretty much coming out the best he's ever looked. He's going to try and capitalize this opportunity with both hands. And as you know, like you said, it probably will be maybe the retirement fight, if not probably the last shot at a title run sort of thing. So he's going to have to put it all in, and I think this is going to make him a very dangerous opponent, because when pretty much they've got nothing to lose, they've got everything to gain, that's when you really sort of see guys coming super sharp, super ready, they're peaked well, they're willing to take a few more risks which you normally can't sort of predict, and that's what makes them dangerous.
And on the flip side, you got Volk, who's just ice cold, man, and becoming like one of the most cerebral fighters that we've seen during this generation, one of the best cerebral fighters we've seen. Well, just look at the pound for pound list, right? He's right up there.
Yeah, exactly right. The thing with Volk is he's so just game plan, fight focus. Like, there's no emotion, there's nothing like that. It's purely he's out there to do a job. He's got the game plan he's got to follow. If things start to go south, he knows how to sort of adjust. Like, I think the perfect example of that was the Holloway second fight, where he obviously lost the first 2 rounds, then he came back, won round 3, 4, and 5, which is arguably Max Holloway's strongest round, came back and sort of pretty much outworked him, outpaced him, which is Holloway style as well. And I think that's really when he showed a lot of people, like, hey, like, even if the chips are against him, this is a sort of guy who can sort of disconnect from the emotions, how it's currently going. He knew he had 3 rounds he needed to win. He had 3 rounds to work, and he turned it around. And that just sort of shows, like, the mindset and, like you said, like, the cerebralness of him.
All right, last thing. Your prediction for the fight, biased included. How do you see the fight playing out?
Man, Zombie's tough, so I don't know. Man, Volko's dangerous though, but I think Zombie might be able to survive. So, but I think if it goes how I'm thinking, I think Volko's just gonna sort of just outclass him everywhere, sort of thing. I think Zombie, even though I'm saying he can come in peaked again, he is 34. He's towards the sort of end, like he's on that athletic decline and that sort of thing. Obviously, he's got the fight IQ and everything more, but I think physically, I think Volko might be a bit too much for him, and I think it's probably going to be a sort of unanimous decision victory for Volk.
Thank you guys for watching the video to the end. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content that we're putting out. We got a lot of things in the works, so please stay tuned.